Roberts, please. Thank you.
Hello, Pep. Thank you for sparing some time for us today. I know it's a big day for you this weekend. Can I start with your player availability, please? Just in terms of your injured player. How's Nico Gonzalez? I know you said he'd got a big knock.
We'll see this afternoon on the train.
So there's a possibility that he could be involved?
We'll see this afternoon.
Lovely. Oscar Bobb in his hamstring. No. John Stones?
No.
And just as far as Omar is concerned, I know he's got a third place playoff to take part in. Do you have a date yet organised for when he'll return?
When we finish the third game, we'll travel back.
Hopefully with a smile on his face as well, I'm sure.
Sorry?
And hopefully with a smile on his face.
Always have a smile on my face.
Well, yeah. Since 2022-23 season, Haaland and Foden have scored 15 of the 17 Premier League goals that Manchester City have scored against Manchester United, which is absolutely phenomenal. Does something change maybe in them for this game? Is that always the bar? Have you noticed anything particular about it? And what makes this one such a big difference game?
I didn't know these stats. If they promise me they will continue, they will play tomorrow.
Sure.
Hi, Pep. Michael Carrick will be the sixth Manchester United manager you've faced in your time here. Whether it's the hierarchy that you've worked with, the players you've signed, or the staff that you've had, what's been the most important factor in your longevity here in the
results? Results.
Anything else?
No. If you don't win, you are sacked. So we won a lot. That's why I'm still sitting here. But there's no other secret, no other club. But here a little bit more. They are more patient, I would say, but there is no other secret.
But then you must be grateful that you weren't winning at stages last season, quite a long time, and you still got the backing from upstairs.
Yeah, that defined that club. Another club, last season, I would not be here anymore. So they were patient. Maybe what we have done in the past as well, of course. So at the end, you can have 2 or 3 months bad, like it happened last season. We have 3 months not really, really good. I would say really poor. The rest was more than correct. But maybe another club will not be here. But it's maybe because the past was really good. The numbers and the titles and anything we have done is extraordinary. That's why still we are here.
And in your time here, United have never sort of managed to sustain a title challenge. It's been Liverpool or Arsenal. Would you have enjoyed a more intense rivalry against them on the pitch during the time?
With United? It's where it is. It's where it is. I cannot control what United have done. You know, since day one, the opinion I have on Man United, but what happened, I don't know, because I'm not there. I was and I'm not.
Andy.
Hi, Pep. There's been reports today about Marc Guehi and the club's interest in him. Can you say anything? Okay. Just generally, though, in his position, the defensive positions, how difficult are these injuries making things at the moment for you?
Yeah, without John, without Ruben, without Josko, we are in the difficult situation for no one game, but a long, period. It's a difficult situation. Ruben will be back soon. Josko no. John hopefully we'll see. So.
Okay, and obviously it's a big game coming up at Old Trafford. Are the guys who are going to play ready for the challenge of playing there?
I hope so.
Pep, when it comes to preparing for games, obviously you're always very methodical. With this being a different manager in Michael Carrick, you don't have a lot of reference points. I'm just interested, how do you prepare, and has it been quite different this week compared to other managers you faced recently?
Yeah, well, you have more info about what the opponent or the opponent does. You have give more info to the players. When you don't have any info, don't give info to the players and focus on yourself. So this maybe with a lineup, tomorrow you have an idea. You can have, some idea what Middlesbrough has done, or when Michael was in few games, was his first part as a manager in Man United, but it's tactics is about the players, and the players then you have United tomorrow is to play different was in Middlesbrough. So make analogy to say what are you going to do? I don't know.
And in that, is there a thrill for you still that there's some things you don't know. You solve so many problems before a game as a manager, but this one's maybe a little bit different. You have to react to whatever Michael Carrick might do.
Yeah, but I don't have a timeout after 10 minutes to tell them, guys, Michael want to do this, you know that, so we have time. So that's why when you don't have info, it's better, focus on yourself. For example, the game we played against Chelsea recently with a new manager, the first half was completely different than they play in the second half. So that's why it's question adapt and focus on yourself.
Pep, during Amorim's time at United, I think the main subject was the formation. Some people say the formation is important. Some people say the formation are just numbers. What is your stance of the formation as a concept?
What does it mean, the shape or the players?
The shape.
Yeah, when you play with 5 in the back, it doesn't work. You have to play with a 4. And when you play the 4, you have to play with a 5. That is analysis, and always afterwards. With 5, you can play extraordinarily well, and with 4, you can play extraordinarily well. But the argument is just, with the 5, you change the 4, and everything will be click, it will be fine. Oh my God, everyone will be manager, will be easy. And it's not like that. So, always you can do better, whatever you do. Because the players looks like the best when the team works well, and it doesn't work when the team doesn't work well. So the ideas always are good. I never found a manager with the bad ideas. Before the game, you find a manager tell me, "Oh, my game plan is like that." I said, "Wow, well played." But after some time, it doesn't work.
Hi, Pep. I think I'm right in saying that you described Michael Carrick once as being one of the best holding midfielders that you've ever seen. Obviously, you played in that position. You've managed some of the greats in that position. How do the skills you had on the pitch translate into management from your experience?
Well, I would say central defender and holding midfielder, they have maybe for the position, they have a more global vision that they maybe play like a winger, for example. I'm not saying the winger cannot read perfectly the game, but it's different. So always I can say, I've seen many times, Michael as a player was extraordinary.
Obviously, we've asked you a lot about the transfer window, and I know you've said that this was not going to be an exceptional transfer window. But given the fact you've signed ANTOINE SEMENYO, who has 2 goals in 2 games, potentially you might be able to sign a central defender. If you do that, would that make it an exceptional transfer window?
He scored 3 goals.
Yeah, 3 goals, 2 that were given. But would it make it an exceptional transfer window?
Just for 2 games. Imagine you play 2 games here. That is analysis. Make it 2 games and don't score 1 goal, play bad. It was a disaster transfer window. That would be the analysis. So I don't judge. Of course, I won't score as much goals as possible, play the good, but he came for 4, 5, 6 years, and I will be judged after these 4, 5, 6 years, not for the 2 games. So, and I have a lot of experiences of that. When I arrive a player and not play good in the beginning is not good. So that's why it's be patient.
We'll set the embargo there for 10:30 p.m.